The e-Niro may be a very futuristic electric car, but it doesn't look all that futuristic. I mean, the only thing that differentiates it from the normal Niros, look at some blue accents there. You've still got the old same fake vents at the back. Down the side as well, it's pretty much exactly the same. So it's got that whole smallish SUV vibe going on. At the front, you do have some more bluey bits there to just go, hey, look, I am eco-friendly, and some more here. But I'll point this out. The vents at the front do actually lead somewhere. They serve a purpose for aerodynamics. But yeah, generally, it's quite an unassuming looking car, and it's the same really. Here on the inside as well, I do quite like the interior design. It's simple, it's easy to understand. Quality is generally pretty good. All the major touch points are soft enough. This e-Niro does have one difference though over the normal car, and it's this center console here with your gear selector, which is a rotating knob. I say gear selector, it's not actually got any gears, it's cars, but it's your forwards, backwards, or put it into neutral. It's all very logically laid out, this cabin. You've got all your controls there for your infotainment system, those for your climate and stuff, all your door switches and things. You've got some nice gloss trim here, some metal bits on the switches which do help improve the quality feel, and Kia used to do horrible steering wheels, but this one is actually quite nice, though the central boss is a bit scratchy. Also for a high-tech car, look at this. Got old filament bulbs for the interior lighting, and yes, you have a big sun visor, which is really good to block out the sun, but you actually have to open the vanity mirror and then turn on your little light up there. Once again, a filament bulb, which is a little bit old-fashioned. Anyway, let's talk about this car's equipment list. There's only one trim level of e-Niro, and it's fully loaded. So you get automatic cruise control with radar to keep you a safe distance from the car in front, and it'll also auto steer to keep you in lane. Takes the stress out of long journeys. You get a full leather interior and 8-way electrical adjustment for the driver's seat. And the front seats and the steering wheel are all heated. There's some JBL speakers for them banging tunes now, innit? There's also front and rear parking sensors, plus a reversing camera, and of course, this 8-inch touchscreen, which includes TomTom satellite navigation. It's also got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Seeing as that's the specification covered, let's talk about one of the main features of the car which you're going to be using every day, and that's the infotainment screen. So the screen's a little bit dull, but it's clear, and the menus are logically laid out, and the shortcut buttons mean you can just quickly navigate between different functions very easily while you're driving. The whole system is quite easy to use. The only problem is that the satellite navigation doesn't have pinch to zoom. It's really annoying. The voice commands work okay, but you have to use specific phrases. It's quite limited of actually what you can do with it. Still, inputting a destination into the satellite navigation is easy. However, the buttons can be a little bit laggy and slow to respond, but once you've inputted the destination, the sat nav actually calculates the route pretty quickly. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to use my Google Maps on this thing rather than bother with Kia's system, because there's no way Kia can do mapping quite as good as Google now, is it? That said, this infotainment system is pretty good, but if you want to see the best infotainment system fitted to an electric car, just click up there on the pop-out banner in the top right-hand corner of the screen, or follow the link below the video to watch my detailed in-depth review of the Tesla Model 3. Now let's move on to practicality here in the front of the e-Niro, and it's actually pretty good. I've got big door bins. That's a 1.5 litre bottle. That's impressive. I've got a little storage area there for my mobile phone. It's got wireless charging as well, but if you don't have that functionality with your phone, you've got a 12-volt socket there. You've got a USB there, and then another USB which is covered up for some reason. A little bit shy of having two on show. Also, there's a big storage area here. There's some storage under here as well with a 12-volt socket. That's where I'm keeping my van true. Look, it's a dash cam. That's come in handy. I've caught some good stuff on this, and I'll maybe show you at a later date. There's also some storage under here as well, and I like this. The cup holders are very clever. Yes, they'll hold a cup of coffee. They're not too deep, but you press this button, look, little thing that holds it in place, and there's a slightly thinner one for those narrow bottles so they don't fall over. Maybe they do fall over if you go like that with them, but hey, that's a little bit unfair. In terms of the seating position, there's loads of adjustment in it. You can really take the seat quite a way back, so if you've got dead long legs, you're gonna be fine. I can't even touch the pedals now, and you can jack the seat up quite high if you're short and you need to see out. And this car also has lots of adjustment in the steering wheel. That is quite a lot. It's easy to get comfy.